When I spit bars in a raid, man, I go hard like Santan.
Casually watching us all cut shapes there as the video finished. Welcome to this week's episode of Kop End Fracas, powered by Touchline Media Group. I am your host, Krish. And before we get stuck into this week's episode, this episode of Kop End Fracas is proudly sponsored by our partners over at Fanslide. That is right. Fanslide is back, empowering your fantasy football experience for this summer's Euros. To newer listeners, you're probably thinking, what on earth is Fanslide? Well, there we go. If you're watching on the YouTube, Fahi's holding up the app as we speak with his lovely picture on there and some of his attributed scores. Well, Fanslide is the world's first live at in-play fantasy football game with no long-term commitment. You can play in one-off matches that you'll be watching live anyway, with real-time updates supported by the good people from Otta. Slide plays in and out whenever you think a strong 15 minutes is on the card and stack those points. But more importantly, get them in on the key moments within the game so you can beat your mates and claim the bragging rights in your group chat. Because if there's one thing that we know here at Kop End, it's the bragging rights in the group chat is king amongst all else. Also, spice up your Euro 2020. Again, I still think it's funny that we're calling it Euro 2020 when we're so clearly in 2021. Spice up that experience by making those boring games, and it wasn't that much of a boring game, but I played it during the Austria Northern Macedonia game. Had Pandev on as he scored. The old man cometh scores in the tournament, made the experience a lot more interesting. And of course, there'll be prize money on every single game, along with a total of £10,000 in the prize pot. £10,000 in the prize pot, guys. You're going to want to get the spreadsheets. You're going to get all the data out so you can game plan. Just take an hour at lunch, get everything done so you can prepare for all the games throughout the day. And of course, there's also a massive, huge win-win situation with Fanslide's extremely generous referral program. If you refer a friend from within the app and they win, Fanslide will give you half. That's right, half of what they win. It's very generous indeed. So be sure to search. Also, be sure to search for Touchline Fracas in the app and add us as a friend for exciting developments later on in the tournament. Exciting developments. Who knows what that could be? Wow. And, of course, download Fanslide in the App Store today and get in on the action. And, of course, if you are listening to us from your podcast app, click the description that will be in the podcast app for more details. And, of course, Fanslide, don't just watch the game, play the game. This week's episode of Kop End Fracas is also brought to you alongside Fahi and Ellis. Gentlemen, how are you doing this week?
Assalamu alaikum. How are you doing?
I'm good, brother. I'm good.
All is well, brother. I was so tempted to back off my top for this, but I thought a bit too much. A bit too much.
Well, do we need more? Do you want more views? Give people what they want.
I hardly get the people going, but again,
I think we have to add in a pause there somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. I'll do the pause. Pause.
Well, we have got the pause police on this week, so it's also always a nice addition. A weird one, not really that much Liverpool related stuff to talk about, but we've got a really good episode planned for you, regardless, because with Kop End, you know what you're going to get week in, week out. You're going to get that heat, you're going to get that fire, regardless. So for the first kind of 20 minutes or so, we're going to be talking about just some loose transfer links, a certain goalkeeper getting a new contract, and a few players who've impressed us during the Euros who we potentially sign. And then for the vast majority of this pod, we're going to present to you the award-winning, the most heralded podcast experience in all of the land. That is right. The Kop End Fracas transfer game is going to be available as a free episode this week, and that will be attached to this podcast. It's actually featuring Mr. Fahi here as his team.
Oh wow, you went for my one.
I went for your one, yeah. I thought in terms of viewing experience, it was very clean. I thought there was a lot of laughs, there was a lot of joy recording that pod, especially towards the end with the end result. The team of Fahi, Glam, and Mike took on the gauntlet. It is the transfer game, and you will get to hear all of the shenanigans they were up to in terms of who got sold and who got brought in a little later on in this pod. So do stay tuned for that. let's start off with the news this week that made a lot of people's heads absolutely melt. It wasn't the weather that caused his heads to melt. It was this specific piece of news. And that would be Liverpool's third choice goalkeeper. I do have to kind of put that out that he is the third choice goalkeeper, as confirmed by James Pearce. Has agreed a 2-year contract extension to remain a Liverpool Football Club player. That is right. Adrian is a Liverpool player for 2 more seasons. Fahi, I'm going to come to you first. The press release for this, the timing of it, seems like they just could have renewed it, not told anyone, and he just appeared on the bench and got on with it.
Yeah, not gonna lie, it's something I tweeted off the account, and I said, "You see the Adrian news? I wouldn't have even announced it. If you're gonna keep him, just do it quietly. And when people ask what's going on, just tell them to mind their business." You know, like we announced this contract knowing he was going to get flogged on social media, knowing we were going to get flogged on social media. He's a third choice keeper. There's absolutely no need to create video montages to announce we've given him a new contract. Like, it makes no sense. He's already hated by 80% of the fan base. And yeah, this was one of those contract announcements that we really could have just kept secret and, you know, like not say anything. And if anyone asked one day, "Oh, why is Adrian still on the bench? His contract was supposed to run out." Mind your business. That's it. But yeah, I mean, are you asking me on my opinion on this?
Of course I am, sir.
Okay, well, with Adrian, he's a third choice keeper, and you're making that clear. Now, as a third choice keeper, I don't think it's too much of an issue giving him the new deal. I think my problem I have with this is Kelleher is the second choice keeper, and I personally don't think he's good enough to be a second choice keeper, especially with Alisson's injury record. And unfortunately, his body does seem to break down quite a bit. We saw that last season. We saw it the season before. There's going to be a time and a place where Kelleher's going to have to play. I don't feel confident enough in him. I know he had a few good performances last season, but I still don't think he's good enough. And I think that's what worries me more. Adrian being a third choice keeper doesn't worry me too much. It's Kelleher being the second choice keeper.
Els, I'll come to you. Kind of off the back of what Fahi said there, with Kelleher being the second choice keeper. Do you have any reservations about him being the second choice lad?
Not much, but I think he just needs a lot of game time. Would he get it next season? It depends how Alisson does. Alisson is a bit injury prone, ain't he? And yeah, would you want Kelleher in a big match, let's say Man City, Liverpool? I'm not too sure how he will do. But if reports are suggesting that he's going to go out on loan, that will make Adrian number 2. Now I have a big problem. I have a huge problem because we saw Adrian as number 2 versus Everton, and most significantly versus Aston Villa. He doesn't really a lot is left to be desired when he plays. So I just hope that Liverpool have a contingency plan in there, because I can't have Adrian playing games. And if maybe they trust Kelleher, because I remember Klopp saying that one good thing about Kelleher is that he's a good footballer. He uses his feet well, and probably that gives him an advantage over Adrian. I don't really have much reservations with him being number 2, but I agree with what Fahi says in the thing that he's still got a lot to learn. He's still got a lot of cracks in his game that he needs to fill. And well, we just have to see, man. we just have to see. I don't know, man. To be fair, like, I haven't got a problem with Adrian. I've got a problem, but I haven't got a problem. Like, my head was kettled for like 2 seconds, and I'm like, it is what it is, isn't it? It's just another extra year. In that extra year, comes probably Liverpool do something in that time. Yeah, we just have to see how it goes, man.
Now, let's keep it real. Adrian is whack. He's shit. He's actually fucking crap. Like, we have seen how crap he actually is. He is the reason we conceded 7 against Aston Villa.
I was going to say, you know, when they did the montage was the picture of him leaving the 3/4 of the goal open, isn't there?
Bro, like, have you ever seen a keeper do that? And again, I don't want to flog this guy, but yeah, let's keep it buck. Like, he's shit. The guy's crap, but he's a third choice keeper. For that reason, it's fine. Kelleher, Ellis made a really good point. He's very good with his feet. And that is true. He is very comfortable with possession in and around the box. My problem with him is he has breadsticks for arms. Literally, he's not strong enough. And there were a few games last season where he made some really good saves, but it was like he was running across the goal to get there because his reach isn't there. Like, he's not big enough. He's not he's not wide enough. Like, none of it is there.
He's not got the wingspan.
Bro, that is the term I need. That's the term. He doesn't have the wingspan.
Instead of calling people wide.
Now, he needs to be doing those lateral pull downs and all that shit, man.
To be fair to him, the Kelleher we saw 2 seasons ago compared to last season, he's filled out a bit. He has got a bit bigger.
Pause. For sure. I remember, who did he get packed in by 2 seasons ago? Was it Arsenal?
Yeah.
That was one of the worst goalkeeping performances I've actually ever seen. It was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
It wasn't great.
But I'll throw it back to you. I'll throw it back to you both. And I think one of the things that, that our wonderful Patreon audience will learn, they listen to more of these, more of the transfer games. Of course, the transfer game is a Patreon exclusive. So if you do want to hear a little bit more, if you like what you hear later on, then head over to www.patreon.com/Kop End Fracas and subscribe for just the £3 above today. I think what the guys, what the audience will understand a little bit more as you kind of go through this is this summer specifically. There's not that many decent goalkeepers who you could possibly get either on free transfers or for low amounts of money that you would need to essentially be a serviceable number 2. And I think a lot of people fail to understand that and just allow their heads to get kettled.
Yeah, but you say that. I'm sorry, Krish. Are you telling me we can't find a keeper that doesn't stand 3/4 of the goal line in or something? Are you being serious?
Well, name me 3.
Bro, I don't watch goalkeepers.
But there you go then.
So what? You're trying to tell me every keeper that's available, it leaves the goal open even further than Adrian. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I don't know that, but I don't know how many of them are actually attainable.
This is what I'm trying to say. Like, how much worse can you get? Like, you can bring anyone in. My point is, I saw this bloke. He's a professional keeper. No one has ever paid for him. No one has ever given him a contract.
We've actually made history here. We've made history here by giving him another contract. So
he's a grown man. He's a grown ass man. Yeah,
contract worker.
He's a grown ass man, and he's only got a contract now, a contract extension, which tells you all you need to know. Now, if you're trying to tell me, Krish, how many football clubs do you think there are in the world? Yeah, are you really trying to tell me every keeper that's currently available for 3 million and less, they all stand further away from their near post than Adrian does? Is that what you're trying to say? I just want someone that stands in front of the goal.
Well, I completely get what you mean, but I think it's difficult trying to get a goal. I think one of the hardest things to nail down is getting in a decent second choice goalkeeper.
And I think Liverpool will probably believe that there's money best served elsewhere.
On who? Pats and Dakar. Don't piss me off, man. Ellis, you're gonna bug me now.
To be fair, if you could either sign the Turkey goalkeeper Shakir or Pats and Dakar, who are you taking?
I'll take the Turkish goalkeeper that I've never seen.
Bring me the Turkish goalkeeper. Bring him.
Bring him in.
I don't know. I'm sure there's
you almost kind of need like Rustu Rebka when he was just like second choice at Barcelona for like 5 seasons.
He's just there to fight people. He's not really going to play a lot. He's just, he was just there to, that's what you need actually. But I don't know what to make of it, man. I'll let him play first, then I'll let him, then my head will get kettled. They will do a mad thing, like stand 3/4 on the other side of the goal. Do you remember the game against Ajax when he's come out and comments like, bro, we did. Like, bro, what's going on? Yeah, I just.
You know what? I tried to defend him.
They were taking the piss that game. Ajax were taking the utter piss that game because they just saw him. They started letting off shots on like 30 yards, and they all just went in.
I don't blame him, man. That was one game I was so shook.
Listen, I think there are other reasons as well. Like, you got to remember, he's an experienced keeper, right? And not forget the keeper side of things, because calling him a keeper is really loose. He's an experienced footballer, right? And in our team,
he's a good lad.
We're losing players with experience. We've obviously lost Widge, and you know, I guess we need certain players around there, certain people that are going to be vocal, certain calm heads, you know, people that can motivate the younger players to kind of be in and around the squad. Now, yeah, in terms of his actual footballing abilities, goalkeeping abilities, he's pretty shit. But I kind of get the logic behind it, but I'm not happy with it, and I'm definitely not happy with Kelleher being second choice.
Yeah, I agree with that. The logic behind it, and I don't really mind Kelleher. I think, well, actually, another thing that actually does scare me because Kelleher missed a lot of games last season. I don't know if through injury or through other means, but he did miss a fair few games. So that's another problem that Liverpool need to sort out.
Yeah, he did miss a few games. We didn't really get the answer to, did we? In terms of why he missed those games.
No. There was a weird rumor going around on the timeline, but it was weird.
Yeah, timeline, isn't it? Yeah, it's an interesting one as well because obviously there's been kind of rumors that Kelleher would possibly go out on loan next season as well. So it just makes the whole thing just even more strange, really. I think we all have quite hoped that Liverpool would see what happened last season in terms of, you know, with Alisson's injury woes and from the season before, really, and potentially invest in another kind of experienced keeper. But again, it's depending on who you can get, really. It's a difficult one because I think we all agree that we could do it with a decent backup goalkeeper, but finding one is another kind of thing in itself as well. And you know, I don't think we can kind of sit here and also say, you know, Pitaluga, the guy we signed from Brazil, can, you know, come in and kind of take some games and minutes away because in all honesty, never seen the fella play. So
nice in the kid. Maybe they're probably making Gabara number 2. I don't know what's happening with him. Is he getting sold? Is he going back on loan?
I don't even know where he played on loan last season. So
I think it was at Huddersfield last season. They still got Karius on the books. I don't know what's happening, man.
Karius is gone. Karius is gone, man.
Yeah, it's funny because like the goalkeeping section of the team is something that we don't really look at, and when Alisson's not in the team, it makes a big difference, and it's something that we should really be looking at because you need a solid number 2. You know what I'm saying? You need a really good number 2, a good backup to your first choice. So hopefully after this season, that's something they'll look at. Maybe Kelleher will be ready by then, but only time will tell, you know.
Grabara, I think, is quite interesting because I'm just reading it now. He's 6'5", and he's pretty decent with his feet as well. So that's just interesting. 15 minutes of goalkeeper chat. Where else would you get that in terms of Liverpool news? Let's move on to some actually exciting stuff as opposed to third choice goalkeepers signing 2-year extensions. Let's talk about transfers. Let's talk about the one thing that everyone is enthralled with, absolutely obsessed with at this time of year, and it is transfers. One person who has been persistently linked to Liverpool to the point where it's getting a bit fucking annoying now, in all honesty, is Red Bull Salzburg's Patson Daka. There's been links yet again today that Liverpool have potentially inquired about his availability in terms of price. He's also been monitored by the likes of West Ham and Chelsea. The price quoted here is apparently 17 million Great British pounds. For me, I think this just screams he will end up at Red Bull Leipzig, of them paying that release clause, and then they will sell him on 2 years later, as they do with everyone on that conveyor belt. Fahi, I'll start with you on this one. Patson Daka. Let's dig into your scouting bag, and you can tell us a little bit about Patson Daka and all Patson Daka related things.
Well, he can play across the front 3. I know that for a fact. He predominantly plays centre forward. He had a really good season last season. He scored a bag of goals. Now, they weren't the most impressive of goals, but they were goals for a good poacher, a good fox in the box, and that's what he did. So, you've got. I apologise.
No problem.
my house. The windows are open. It's really hot, as you can see. I'm a bit
It is really
flustered.
warm.
Yeah. So back to Patson Daka. He scored a record amount of goals, I think, or similar to the same amount as Erling Haaland. So for that reason, obviously, that's why he's getting the praise that he's getting, the fanfare that he's getting. But ultimately, I don't find him an inspiring signing. People will say, well, yeah, he's going to be a second choice striker. Cool. But I don't want us to sign just a second choice striker. I want us to sign a striker that will challenge our main striker. And I don't feel as if we're signing Patson Daka. If we do sign him, I don't feel as if we're signing him to challenge our main striker. I feel as if we're signing him because he's just better than Origi. He's just better than Minamino. He's more likely to score goals, right? That's basically it based off the stats. So, yeah, if the rumored amount is correct, you're looking at 17, 18 million. It's not bad. Could we do better? I think so. I don't. Surely there's got to be other players available. I know you always talk about Vlahovic, who'd probably cost double the amount, but I think a player like him, he would be challenging for our main centre forward position because he's already been starting regularly in a serious league. Serie A is a good league. It's a good standard. The Austrian league is not a good standard. When Patson Daka played in Europe, I don't think he performed too well. I'm pretty sure his goal stats aren't too impressive either when he played in the Europa League or Champions League. So yeah, that's kind of where I stand on it. He can play across the front three. I can see why we would want to sign him. He's at a good age, good value for money, good stats. So it's worth a punt, but then so was Minamino. And look how Minamino's turned out. And my biggest issue also isn't actually with Patson Daka. My issue is I see what Klopp does when we sign second choice players. When we sign second choice players, he does not trust them. He does not give them the amount of time they need to impress him. He literally just uses them sparingly. And for that reason, they never succeed at the club. That's why Shaq didn't succeed. That's why Minamino didn't succeed. I think Keita was mismanaged. There's quite a few examples you can actually give where you would say that Klopp didn't actually manage these players properly. And that's my worry with signing a second choice player. He's not going to get the game time and the manager's not going to trust him enough. Look at what happened to Shimikas last season. Yes, he was injured, but there were plenty of opportunities after that when he came back for him to play games and he still didn't play. Why was that?
Yeah, I think it's one of those, especially with the stage of the season that Shimikas did come back in. That one I kind of understand. It's I need these specific groups of guys to get me over the line, but with everyone else, I think there's a definite merit to what you're saying there. Minamino especially. It's very telling that they did send him on loan at a period of time where players were dropping like flies, and he definitely could have had some form of impact within that end of the season. Just pulled up Patson Daka's Champions League and Europa League stats. He had 4 appearances in this last season Champions League, got no goals, 1 assist in 206 minutes of play, and in 2 Europa League appearances, he got 1 assist. So,
well, there you go. So again, the Champions League and Europa League is a better standard of football than the Austrian league, right? I'm sure we can agree on that. Now, if that's what his goal return and his assist return is, it's actually not that impressive. So,
I completely agree. Els, I'll come to you. For the amount of money quoted and the potential that you could get in goals off the bench, do you think this just screams Moneyball signing that we could potentially make money on later on down the line?
Yeah, it does, man. It does. It's one of them ones where you try to beat Southampton to the punch and try to make money and flip it and get double for what you want.
But the weird one with him, sorry to interrupt, it just seems this one screams let him go to Southampton for 2 seasons and then see what he does.
Yeah, and that's like why I don't want him, because I believe that the jump is too big. It's like going from like secondary school to like getting a degree without going to college. You know what I'm saying? For a couple of years, I know it's a weird analogy, but in my head, that's just the way I can see it. Like, it's too big of a jump. Like we see with Minamino, it doesn't really work all the time. I believe that he should go to a Southampton, even like a Leipzig. I think him going to Leipzig will make more sense, where he can get games in a big league, do better in the Champions League, be more exposed to playing against better defenders. I mean, probably in the Austrian league, He's probably bigger, stronger than everyone, quicker than everyone, as you can see by how many goals he scored. There's no taking away from the lad's ability. He looks a good player. I think didn't he score against us in the friendly at the start of last season?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, if I remember rightly, which is fair. But again, like Fahi said, if we're going to bring in a second choice striker, he needs to be pushing. He needs to be pushing the first team players. Like I want to bring in a player who's going to make Mane, Salah, Firmino, and Jota uncomfortable, and that's where we are as a club. Moneyball signings, I'm a big fan of them. You all know I'm a big fan of them. But sometimes, and right now, it doesn't really make sense buying Daka. The only way I'll buy Daka is if you buy him plus another. So if you buy him plus another elite talent, I wouldn't mind. Personally, I wouldn't mind. But then on the other hand, you're buying Daka this season, you might as well have kept Ryan Brewster. Like if you're gonna do that, if you're looking for someone to just sit on your bench from every now and again, give him a couple minutes area there, you might as well just kept him. But yeah, so I'm not really big on it. It's not really a signing that I really want.
Yeah, I think a lot of people in the group, I'd say a lot of people, I think pretty much everyone in the group feels the exact same way about him potentially coming in as a signing. I do think as well with players who are basically coming in to essentially be backup, play cup games and the odd fixture here and there, you could probably take a bit of a money ball approach to that. But I think Fahi hit the nail on the head there, really. I think when you're bringing a player in, you don't want to just outline the ambition of them being backup or rotational pieces. You want them to say, there's an opportunity here for you to break into the squad on a regular basis. And those are the type of players that we do need to be bringing in. Speaking of players that we're bringing in, we'll talk about some players who might be leaving. Kostas Tsimikas, as Fahi alluded to earlier on, really only got the 90 minutes against Lincoln City last season in a League Cup game. He's been linked with exit out of Liverpool. We'll keep this one fairly quickly. Kostas Tsimikas, would you sell him? Yes or no? Fahi?
No, I wouldn't. I don't know. I don't know if he's good or bad yet. That's the thing. So, like we've not really given him a chance. He's clearly got some kind of ability because Pep Linders loves him. So there's clearly something there. Obviously, he didn't have the greatest of starts. He did get injured and everything. But yeah, as a backup left back, and with things slowly going back to normal, touch wood, and our players coming back in defence, I think keeping Tsimikas is worth a shout. Yeah, obviously you try to rationalise why Klopp didn't play him last season at the end of the season. Fair enough. We had a brand new centre-back pairing and all that stuff. Maybe it's not the right time to bring him in. But I think next season when you have a Van Dijk and a Gomez and a Matip back and there are going to be games where you need to switch things around, you could then trust Tsimikas to play because alongside him, he's got some more experience, right? So for that reason, I'd give him another season.
I mean, there's also going to be moments where we definitely see Andy Robertson being in the red zone in terms of his, his condition as well, because there's going to be a time sooner or later where he actually just needs to take about 2 weeks off for rest. Kostas Tsimikas, would you keep him or would you sell him?
Yeah, keep him. Again, there's no really need to sell him. Do you want to go for another summer looking for a backup left back? He's there. Like Fahi said, we don't really know if he's good or bad, so you might as well give him another chance next season when all the top centre backs are here. So yeah, I'll just keep him, man.
No, I think that's fair. There is there's one quick fix you could probably do if you did sell him. You bring in Patrick Van Aanholt on a 2-year deal on a free transfer, which is something that a fair few people did do in the transfer game. So a little spoiler there, but that's what you're in store for a little bit later on. Two more potential. There's one link that never, ever, ever seems to go away. Ever since he departed the club to fulfill his dream and for pastures new. That is Felipe Coutinho. How the mighty have fallen in terms of his rep. I did see some clips of his game play from last season. He seemed all right. I just guess they're not playing him because they just don't want to activate the specific clauses that are in the deal. And simply because Barcelona don't have the money to pay those things, as we've seen time and time again in the newspaper. He's now been linked to either a loan or a permanent move to Leicester City to go back and potentially work with old compadre Brendan Rodgers. And the permanent price quoted is £17 million. Els, I'll come back to you on this. Would you take Coutinho back at Liverpool?
Nah, man, not really. Top player, top talent, but that ship has sailed.
He's lying, by the way. You 100% would take him back.
Ah, man.
Only saying it so everyone then doesn't say, "Oh, Ellis, why are you going to take him back?" But he would take him back.
I know one man who wouldn't take him back. Take a while, wouldn't take him back.
Anik wouldn't take him back for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fair. Yeah. He's gone. We're talking about it for. He's gone.
I think he protest.
Yeah, no. To be fair, I 70 million. I don't know. To be fair, we haven't really replaced him, so you might as well just get him to replace himself.
Yeah. Moneyball.
Moneyball. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know. I can't sit here and say like, yeah, I'll have him back, because again, like I said, the ship has sailed. There's more younger talent out there who are looking to come through and progress. He's waiting.
Well, that's the thing as well. He's quietly now 29.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's fine.
Oh, fuck off. Come on.
All right, listen.
Go on.
Be honest for a second. 17 million on Philip Coutinho or 18 million on Patson Daka?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, you can't use Daka as the benchmark example.
Oh, you're disgusting, man.
They're playing two completely different positions for a start.
Okay, all right, fine. All right. So you refuse to answer, which means it's Coutinho number one. Okay, so that's fine.
I wouldn't do it simply because if you bring him back, how much is he going to be on per week?
All right, let's say, for example, he's happy to be on 100k per week. 120. He's happy to be on 120.
What for 120? 3-year contract?
Yeah, 3-year contract.
Why not?
And here's another example. Would you rather have Philip Coutinho or would you rather have Oxlade-Chamberlain?
They both probably produced the exact same thing that season.
No, Philip Coutinho would produce way more than Ox.
But another thing, Coutinho, I think he's had like 3 injuries in that 5 months or something stupid like that. So his body's breaking down.
My only thing with the injuries are they proper injuries or are they injuries? Oh, he's injured, so we haven't got to play him for the rest of the season. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I have to say that.
And also the other thing I would say is you can sell Ox. Like you can get 20 mil for Ox. I would put that. I'm not gonna lie. I would put that into Coutinho. I'd rather have Coutinho on the bench than Ox. Sorry, Ox.
It's true. It's true. I mean, the talent level is there. We know the talent level and it's crazy. A more experienced player, but I just feel like the ship has sailed. I'm not. And again,
imagine the midfield three of Fabinho, Thiago, and Coutinho.
Nah, man, you can't run. You can't get up and down the pitch. That's why Kop left him on the left.
Amazing.
Come on. Nah,
we left him on the left.
Yeah, left him on the left. I'm not really a big fan of like bringing players back in, but he's a talent. If it was to happen, yeah, I won't be like against it, like I'm against Daka or something. But again, it's just not for me, to be fair.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's not going to happen, but yeah.
I take him on loan for a year.
Yeah.
I just think we're needing a game changer in midfield,
which is true.
And we were using Shaq as our game changer last season. Shaq is going to leave. So if that's the case, and you can bring this bloke in, who already knows how the club works, he knows everything, for 17, 18 mil, why wouldn't you do it?
Well, I'd do it alone, option to buy, because it's essentially, well, you might. It depends on how it works out, innit? But it that just seems like the stereotypical thing that a Bayern Munich would do, and what they literally did. Bring him in on loan for a year. You play him. You know, he was he played fairly well in that Champions League run. He was really good. So if you do know, I mean, we can all kind of sit here, myself included, and say, I wouldn't have him back. But if the circumstances were right, you would take him back in a heartbeat, and it just is where it is. Talking about people who potentially replace Xherdan Shaqiri, or I don't think we can even say replace Xherdan Shaqiri, because I think the concept of Xherdan Shaqiri is more influential than Xherdan Shaqiri himself. He's an idea, it's a fabrication, it's a myth. Lorenzo Pellegrini, or Pellegrini, if you've been watching Lupin over the weekend. Fantastic series on Netflix. Do check it out. That wasn't a paid promotion. It's just really good. There is a report that he has a potential release clause available of £26 million. Is it £26 million or €26 million? Pounds. Really versatile attacker. Came in very clutch down the stretch for Roma last season. He's in the Italy squad for the World Cup this year as well. And you look at people who can, kind of fulfill different roles within a Jurgen Klopp setup. Myself and Mike talked about this a little bit on the transfer show that we did earlier this week. I think Lorenzo Pellegrini would be a very good option to have. What do you guys think?
All right, yeah. So I'll be honest, I've not watched this bloke play. All I know is what everyone has told me and what I've seen in terms of his stats and everything. It all checks out. 24 years old. He's an Italian international. He's getting caps for them. Had a good season last season. I think 7 or 8 goals in the league with like 6 or 7 assists, which isn't bad for a centre mid. He can play attacking, he can play defensive mid, he can play in the middle in general. He fits the profile, and also he's actually quite tall. I think he's like 6'1", 6'2". So again,
he's 6'1", yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So he does fit the profile. The only worry is obviously I'm trying to word this without it being
Italians that typically come over to the Premier League don't perform to their billing.
Yes, other than Gianfranco Zola and Franco Vialli, other than those two.
That's a short list.
The rest of them don't seem to perform very well. So that's my only worry. But his profile seems to fit perfectly.
It very much seems with his playing style. Els, I'll come to you on this. We've been heavily linked to Rodrigo de Paul this summer, who seems like he's going to sign for Atletico Madrid for €35 million. Seems like a very cheaper and younger version of de Paul to bring in to the side to essentially do that role that we need. And would, when you look at it on paper, he would be the Coutinho replacement that never was in Nabil Fekir.
Yeah, like I said, I'm with Fahi. I've never really watched him play, but what I have noticed is that all the midfielders we have been linked to are ball-playing midfielders who like to dribble the ball, take it from the edge of their box, and move the ball quickly by dribbling to the attacking area. So it seems like Liverpool are trying to change the way they play, and looking at the stats, I'm just on FB Ref. Shout out them, friends of the show, even though they're not us, but he seems like he's in the top percentile of a lot of like progressive carries, progressive passes, dribbles completed. So he would be what we were trying to do by signing Nabil Fekir, and what Klopp was trying to do for Philippe Coutinho. So again, it looks a good prospect. I'll keep an eye out for him in the European Championships if he gets any minutes. But I do like the profile of midfielders that we are looking to get.
Agreed. If you were looking for some Florian Neuhaus chat, we've talked about him enough. Fahi's fed up about talking about him.
Boring.
In all honesty, I'm kind of fed up talking about him, and I'm actually all for us signing him. So if you do want to find out a little bit more about Florian Neuhaus, myself and Mike did a transfer show earlier this week, which is a Patreon exclusive. So if you do want to learn a little bit more about Neuhaus, a little bit more about Pellegrini as well, do head over to the Patreon page. That is www.patreon.com/Kop End Fracas and sign up today. Before we head up to our next segment that we're going to, we'll leave and the transfer game will come in. I want to get a quick, very quick answer about who you've been impressed with so far during the Euros. And who you think could fit in quite well with Liverpool. So, Fahi, I'm going to give you a little bit of more time to think about your answer.
No, bro. All right, let me be honest. I've only watched 3 games, and there's only one player that I've actually been looking out for, and it was Isaac for Sweden. I just, because obviously I've heard a lot about him. Last season. He obviously had a good season in La Liga. I just wanted to see how he played, and yeah, obviously Sweden were pammed by Spain. But when he had to like get hold of the ball and create something out of nothing, he did actually do all right. There was obviously the chance in the first half. He had good feet, he was pretty strong. He made who did he drop? Was it Laporte? He dropped Laporte, right? Yeah, and that goal nearly went in. He's the one I'm going to look out for the Euros. I want to see how he does.
I think that's a really good one. Got sold to Sociedad for I believe 5 to 7 million euros.
Great deal.
I think Dortmund have got like a 25 million buyback clause, so it'd be interesting to see what does happen there. If he would kind of become the Erling Haaland replacement, but they did kind of throw him out. Weirdly enough, after he was really hyped. When he was kind of 16, 17. So very interesting to see what will happen there. Els, yourself, who have you been impressed by so far?
I was gonna go Isaac, but since my dear brother Fahi has gone for him, I'll probably go for Pedri. At 18, youngest player to play for Spain. He looks a talent. Uses the ball very well. Intelligent midfielder. With young players, they tend to play in their shell when they first come into a big stage like that. But he didn't. He was very adventurous on the ball. He tried to make things happen. So, yeah, there's another player that will look closely at. I think Liverpool are linked to as well. But yeah, should be. Yeah, he's a talent, man. He's good. I like him.
I think he's out of contract next season as well, which is quite interesting. So yeah, definitely want to look at and one for the future. For me, no surprise to these guys who I'm going to go for. I've been a fan of him for a while, and I think if the opportunity did come up for him to sign for Liverpool, I think they should do it. Mr. Wout Weghorst of the Netherlands, big man, 6'6", holds the ball up really well. So it embodies the phrase "soft touch for a big man." Pause. He scored at the weekend, which really well taken goal. The way he can hold the ball up, link other players into the game, which I think he did really well for the guys around him. And he's also really good. If you do check his kind of football reference page, and if you do watch him play, creates a lot of chances, and he's very adept at winning the ball back. So he's used to playing in a high pressing system. So yeah, I think if the opportunity did come along for Liverpool to sign a big man who you can bring in to kind of ping guys back in certain games, I think they should definitely do it. But yeah, that's been all of it from us. I cannot believe we've done 43 minutes, which is absolutely unreal, because all we've done is literally just talk about transfers. So this is where we're going to leave you, and this has been your main pod from myself, Krish, Fahi, and Ellis. But you are going to be joined by me, Krish, hosting the next pod, and you're going to be joined by Fahi, who's contributing to this, along with Mike and Glam, as we give you a little preview, the full episode of the Kop End Fracas transfer game. This is Team 2, again, of Fahi, Mike, and Glam, taking on, running the gauntlet for the transfer game. Again, this is a Patreon exclusive, so if you do like what you hear, head over to the Patreon page. It's www.patreon.com/Kop End Fracas and sign up today. So, without further ado, here is the transfer game. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a Patreon edition of Kop End Fracas, powered by Touchline Media Group. I am your host, Krish, and it is the second episode of the award-winning, the BAFTA nominated, the Golden Globe winning, the Oscar winning transfer game that we do here every year on Kop End Fracas. And I'm here with the second team to take on the challenge. I've got Mike, Glam, and Fahi, who are going to run the transfer gauntlet and give their interpretation, their artist interpretation, not through dance, through transfers, on what they would do in developing this Liverpool squad for this upcoming summer. Gents, how are you doing this warm June evening as we record this show?
I'm excited, man. You've been hyping this up for 2 months. People have been asking. The streets have been... I've been walking down the street and man be like, yo, when's the transfer game back? I'm like, yo, it's coming soon, guys. It's coming soon. Just wait. And
Bro, they've been demanding it, we've got to give the people what they want. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
we-
We've got to give them what they want.
Yeah, 100%.
Mike, Glam, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, it's an interesting team we've got here. A few characters on board for sure. So yeah, it should be a laugh.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to wheeling and dealing. I can't lie. If I break any rules, just let me know.
No, I will do, brother. I will do. We'll go through the rules for the listeners before we do kick off. The guys have been allocated a £60 million transfer budget from the board. You can blame Ibrahima Konate for it being that level as it was, 90 million before he signed. Of course, they can increase this to a grander budget with some player sales added on top. For your guys' information, due to the effects of COVID-19, the percentage of player sales that will be added onto the transfer budget has been greatly reduced. So what would normally be 70% of sales added onto the budget is now 40%. So do bear that in mind when you are debating players to offload. There's a new feature to this year's game, which is called Spin the Wheel, Make a Deal. I've become Eric Bischoff and put some old WCW things in there. So when I was putting together the game, I couldn't really nail down the valuations of certain players. Those players in specific are Xherdan Shaqiri, Marco Grujic, Harry Wilson, and Divock Origi, as they fluctuated in the past month, let alone the past 12 years. So their transfer value will be determined by the spin of a wheel. We're going Wheel of Fortune here. So you get a nice little Brucey bonus and that too. You'll be given 2.45 million per week put aside for player salaries. I don't foresee you getting in trouble with the wage bill. If you do, I would be genuinely gobsmacked. But I don't foresee it being an issue, so you can kind of put that to one side and not really worry about it too much. There are some chain reactions for certain signings. So let's say if you bring in player X and he comes in on 250 grand per week, but you have player Y who plays in the exact same position, who is on, let's say, 150 grand per week, he will come to you asking for a new contract. So do make sure the player you're planning to sign is worth the headache. And for some specific deals for some specific players that you might have interest in, there are some specific deals you can make. So if you are deep in conversation about the specific player that you want to bring in, I will give the director of football for that club will give us a little call and he will pitch that idea to you guys and you can make a decision from there. Do bear in mind the amount of homegrown players that you'll need to have in the squad as we're selling some guys and bringing some guys in. So that's one of the things that we did almost get in trouble with last year when we were letting everyone go to bring in our big and brand ideas. And we are operating under the pretense that AFCON is still set to take place in January of 2022. So that's the rules. How you guys feeling?
Excited. Time to get rid of some dead wood.
Yeah, man, let's do this. Let's do this.
So before we do get stuck into the player sales, we're going to determine the value of a few guys. So up first, we're going to determine the value of Xherdan Shaqiri. Anik is currently waiting with bated breath in the corner of the room to see how much we're going to get for Shaq. You can get as little as 5 million and you can get as high as 14 million. Let's see how much you will get for Xherdan Shaqiri this transfer window. A reminder as well, the guys get to keep 100% of the sales they make for spinning the wheel.
Revenue, wicked.
9
9 million.
That's probably realistic, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's 9 million for Shaqiri. Roma have come in and offered you £9 million. Cool. Marco Grujic is up next. Glam, I know you're not happy about this one, but we can get anything from 8 million to potentially 18 million for Marco Grujic. Let's see what we're going to get for him in this window.
Come on, man. Bring the dollars.
Oh,
you bastard.
£10 million for Marco Grujic. Double your investment of what you paid for the young man from
90
Serbia.
million for the two.
90 million for the two.
I'm not happy about that.
Up next, Harry Wilson. Let's see how much we're going to get for Harry Wilson.
Oh, we're getting
Oh,
shot.
come on, man.
10.5 billion for Harry Wilson. The gods have not been kind in these transfers.
So I would say we've got value for Shaqiri, but the other two we haven't got value for at all.
Yeah, but we've got to do it as a collective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Last person I'm going to find the value for is Divock Origi. He's given us so many highlights over the years. Let's see if he can pull out one more trick to give you a high amount on his departure.
Sure, Divock.
Worth 18 mil easy. Give me 17. Give me 17.
17 million for Divock.
Oh, lovely.
Every game.
That is lovely.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll put together the numbers if you guys want to take a look at the current LFC team and think about who you want to sell.
Oh, boy.
Naby Keita.
Yeah.
That was quick.
Didn't need much thinking with that one.
There's a value.
So Naby Keita would get us £34 million. Or no, wait. No, our valuation's 30 million actually for Mr. Naby Keita.
30 mil. Yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah, you got to take him. All right.
He's gone. Naby's gone.
Yeah, Naby's out of here.
Pack your bags,
Naby,
lad.
yeah.
See you later.
Wait, hold on. So 1 second. What is our budget right now, including the fees for the other?
I'm about to total it up for you because remember, if you get 100% of that.
Okay, cool. All right. So shall we just say we're selling all of them first?
Well, that's okay. Naby.
I'd cash in on that Phillips as well, by the way.
What's he saying? What's his price range?
I
12
think
mil.
it's-
I don't know.
12 mil.
12
You gotta
mil. I'm
cash in.
taking that every day of the week. Are you mad? That lumberjack. Get out of it.
Nah, man. What's Ben Davis? 7 mil.
Get him out of here as well. Oh boy, we're
No,
from
no, no.
But, whoa. But we can't. If
Ben
we get
Davis
rid
is
of all
free,
these, we've
though,
got to
bro.
find out what we're bringing in. Unless we
Ben
can
Davis is
utilize
free,
it.
bro.
Unless we
Sell
can
him.
put it towards a striker. Because we don't need Ben Davis and Nate in that case then.
So you
And we can
definitely
put it
get
towards a striker.
you definitely
Nat
get rid of Naby, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Naby's
Naby's
gone. Yeah, Naby's gone.
I would get rid of Bruce Williams ahead of Ben Davies just because of the valuation.
Wow, what's the Williams value?
7 mil.
4.5, bro.
Reece
Nah,
Williams,
nah,
you would
hold
get
on.
7 mil.
So you would get the amount of money you get for these players is I'm going to be in the wrong tab. You would get
Okay, no, it's
From here.
smaller than enough.
Okay, so that side is what you get.
Okay. The K and the L, yeah?
Yeah.
Kilo Lima. Okay, let me see now.
Yeah, so 7 million for Reece Williams. We have to take that, surely.
Yeah,
So-
100%.
in terms of your budget already, you've got 118.5 million.
All right, I'll say for now, keep Nate, get rid of Reece Williams, get rid of Ben Davis, bruv.
Oh, no, I'm just because the fees are so minimal with Ben Davies, we're going to give ourselves a problem
Yeah,
because we
but-
have to replace
Yeah,
him.
Yeah, but we don't have to replace him. We don't have to replace him.
Get rid.
We don't need to replace
Cool,
Ben
let's get
Davis.
rid. Let's get
bro.
rid.
Yeah,
So you get rid of
Cool. So
Get
Ben
rid of Ben
Davies, Nat
Davis, yeah?
Phillips, and Reece all gone.
all of them. Wow.
No, leave Nate for now. 12 mil, bro.
Why are you?
Can we get rid of? Actually, no. Let me keep Nico. I like Nico.
We can come back to it. Or get rid of Ben Davis and freaking
Yeah,
Reece
Ben
Williams.
Davis.
They're not
is
playing
cool.
him.
Let's get rid of him.
They're not playing.
Okay, cool,
So you get
cool.
so you definitely getting rid of Ben Davis, yeah? Are you getting rid of Reece Williams?
Yeah, get rid of them. 7 mil. Was it 7 mil?
Shea or Joe next, please. I want Shea or Joe at the club.
Reece Williams, definitely 7 mil. 7 mil.
Mike,
Get
why do you hate your people?
Huh?
Why do you hate your people? Why do you want Audrey to go?
He's just not good enough, bro. Come on, you
Who's
know the
that?
vibe.
Shea Audrey.
No, get rid of him, bruv. Get rid of him. It's
All
not
right,
even
cool.
it's not even a debate.
If I was you guys, I'd make a decision on Reece Williams now before you kind of go through.
Yeah, get rid of him as well. Come
Yeah,
on.
get rid of
Get
Williams.
rid. There's no time for sentiment in this sport.
Yeah,
You know this
Mi-
guy.
Mi- Mike has come through with the if you do not like this country, then
Okay.
leave.
Leave this
And
country.
All right, so who got us so far, Chief?
At the moment you've sold
Naby and Williams.
you've sold Naby for 30, Ben Davis for 3.2 million, Reece Williams for 7 million, and Ojo
Yeah.
for 4 million.
all
And
right.
obviously you've sold Shaq, Gruitch, Wilson, and Origi for 46.5.
All right, so let's
mil.
work on what we're bringing in, I think, and then we can look at around scales of things.
So we'd probably need to bring in a centre back now, no?
Do you want to figure out who else you're going to sell kind
Can we
of
sell
surplus to
Bobby?
requirements?
I
You can
beg
do whatever you want.
How much would Bobby go for? Give me a sec.
55 mil.
Yo, I'm taking that every day of the
No,
week.
but hold on.
Bobby's gone, you know.
We haven't seen the rates of replacements. This is what I don't like. I don't like being blind.
Okay, I'll tell you what, Glam. Let's have a look at who we would replace him with, and then we can go.
That's
back
what I'm
to
saying.
It, right?
I need to see like the rates of these players.
Okay, so I would personally be happy.
You keeping Ben Woodburn for $2 million?
Nah, keep him, man. Fuck him, man. What's the point? This is the point.
Homegrown. He's homegrown.
Homegrown, yeah, keep him.
Yeah,
keep
exactly.
And you're keeping Taki and you're keeping a 1 year.
I'm keeping Taki.
How much is Taki?
I'll keep Taki for 1 more year.
A 1 year has to go. 9 mil.
Who?
That's a question, isn't it?
Would you guys be happy to replace Bobby with
1 year?
Zahovic?
Get a 1 year, man. Get him out of here. Fuck, why is he even on a roster? Why is he even on a roster, bro?
Yeah, Krish.
Get him there. Hell out of here, bruv.
You're getting rid of a 1 year, yeah?
Yeah, you've got a shirt number, bro. No way.
Oh my god! Right, so at the moment you've got 127 million and 780,000. I'm going to be a very generous man. I'm going to give you 220k.
Go on, Brad. All done, man.
Answer that. So you get a round. Oh, hang on a minute. I've not done that right, have I?
Thanks for that, man.
No problem.
You send us a comment though, because we've got a couple of technical directors we need to interview as well. But you're doing a good job so far, mate. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Everyone else on furlough. So.
I'm telling you now, I'm selling Bobby. Bobby's gone. Well, let's see what the target is. But Bobby's gone.
55 looks juicy. I can't lie.
Do you want to take a look at attackers? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm looking at it now. I think Vlahovic for 20. Wait, is it? How much?
Vlahovic.
The Barla's 45. Look at that. See, you're ready now. Get rid of Bobby, man.
Wait, we get the Barla for 45. Nah, he has to come in, you know.
Have you seen his wages?
I don't think coming, but I'm just looking at it now and I'm just thinking, whoa.
Wait, let's see his wages.
Well, look at the wages. Dybala's wages are 240 grand.
Fuck
yeah.
They're 280.
Daka's a good shot to keep him there.
No, not Daka.
So those are the wages that you'll be bringing into the club in that column, and that's the fee you'll be paying in the other column there.
Okay.
Wait, which column, Krish?
So K and L on the target list is the wages that the player will be coming into the club on, and O and P is the fee you'll be paying for that player.
Is that Martinez 80?
He is indeed, yeah.
Okay.
So in terms of attackers, I mean, Rafinha, do we bring Rafinha in to replace Bobby?
No.
50 million in, 55 million out.
But you're not getting the 50. You're not getting the full 55 million, by the way. You're getting 40% of that 55 million.
40%, okay.
Why are these attackers only? What, these only attackers that are available?
So the way I've done the target list is it's attackers who've been linked to us.
Okay. Armin Gori is quite good, but 25k, but no one ain't really seen him.
Guys, I feel like we're not realizing that Depay is available for free.
Whoa, get 200k though.
Wouldn't his wages have a knock-on effect? But then if he's free, you take the knock-on effects, right?
It's justified, right? And then if someone wants to complain, we can get rid of them as well.
All right, so I'll bring him in.
We'll bring Memphis in.
So you bring in Memphis in on 200 grand a week.
Yeah. We're going to get rid of a couple of attackers anyway.
So you need to. So Mo Salah, he's matching Mo Salah as the highest paid player of the club. Mo Salah needs a new contract and he wants 300 grand a week.
That's fine. I'll give it to him.
You're going to give him 300 grand a week?
Yeah. He deserves it. Give him his money.
Glad I want to give it.
I'll be real. You know what?
Absolutely, Steven.
I'll be real. It's not even Mo. I'm thinking fucking on free, but the pie on 200k, bruv. Nah, bro, that's a bit.
He's free though. He's free. No transfer budget is being used.
Yeah. All right, get him in. Fair enough. Get him in.
And Virgil wants.
All right, Krish, you're taking it.
These are the scenarios, man.
What does Virgil want?
280.
And what is our wage budget currently?
You currently have 267.5 mil available.
See,
So we bring Virgil, a Dutch friend, and he's asking for more money.
that's understandable.
No, disappointing, Virgil.
Virtual
Really
Virgil is he's
All
not
right.
playing around, man. Virtual
All right,
Virgil's
get rid
agent.
of,
He's got us by the balls.
How much is Bobby on?
Bobby is on 180 a week.
Yeah, man, get rid of him.
Yeah,
And
that
put
makes
Dubai.
yeah,
What
that
is
makes
it?
sense. Take out Bobby, get 55, free up 180 wages. That's Virgil and Depay, but also the transfer kit is bumped up as well.
Bear in mind, we only get 40% of Bobby's transfer fee or whatever it is, but still, I'm taking
What?
it. Yeah.
Oh no! Whoa! Yeah, we're still taking. Yeah, still taking it. No, but no, I don't know, guys. I don't know.
So you only get 22 million for Bobby.
It's not worth it, Fahi.
If Depay, no, I don't think so, because we're gonna bring in Depay. Yeah, think about it now. We've got Bobby now, yeah, and we haven't got to adjust anyone's wages. Yes, for free, but we're gonna be 20 million up. But then we've got to bring in Depay and make 2 altercations to a contract. I don't know.
I feel
Depay
like you should
one.
give Salah. I feel like you should give Salah the money anyway. In all honesty.
Yeah, and Mo as well.
I'm telling you now, every forward on that list is scoring more goals than Bobby Firmino next season. And I'm comfortably saying that. I'm not even taking the piss.
Even
Whoever-
Adama Traore.
Yeah, all right. Not Adama. I don't even know why he's on the list. Why is Adama on the list?
He's been linked, man, and he can also play. And he can also since forever.
What?
And he can play right wing back as well.
Should we sign him?
Just for a laugh.
Bring him in, just for the bands.
Training videos.
This is tough.
I would nick
It is,
Bobby
man.
and not get. I wouldn't get Memphis in just because of knock-on effects, and also we don't get much for Bobby. You only get 22 million.
Yeah. All right,
So
we're
what
doing,
would you
I mean, I want to make the case for Vlahovic here, but
What's the case? Talk to me
case
about
is
him.
he's good player, young, like the type of player that Klopp would mold into like the complete centre forward. He's got all the technical attributes, he's got all the physical attributes. So yeah, I would bring him in.
Every fucking pot the party is on. Everyone is on such strings in terms of pause-worthy things that they say. He's an evil man. He's an evil man, and I don't know why we allow him to do this to us.
you lot got a cheat. You got a cheat to have Ivan Toney on there. Not in a million years, mate.
When
Not
are we
having Ivan.
Ivan Toney?
No, he's not us.
We were
That's
linked.
it.
We were linked 2 months ago, I believe.
Really? That's mental. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's mental, man.
Okay. All right. I don't mind. Again, I've seen 3 minutes worth of Vlahovic on YouTube.
He looks good though, no? In those 3 minutes, he looked good, right?
Nah, I can't sanction that. Sorry, I just can't.
Well,
No,
Who are you trying?
Bro. You've been out
Do
of
you
posting.
wanna-
You've been out of
do,
posting.
do you want to take a look at your midfielders first, and you can come back to your forwards?
All right,
Yeah,
cool,
are we buying a midfielder? Yeah, go on.
Yeah, we need to replace Naby.
Oh, yeah.
And
I mean,
Gini.
you need to sign 2. We need to sign Naby and Genie, no?
No. Genie Thiago's for that.
Hang on a minute. Let me just quickly
Fair.
adjust that to
Sam is
75.
So in midfield, I mean, my boy Nahus is Tillerman's no chance. Look at the salary, no chance.
Common Viga.
He's also 70 million pounds.
Oh, Harvey Barnes, come on, please. We need to sign Harvey Barnes.
Where is he?
55
Oh, we
mil.
do. To be honest, this podcast,
Fucking mil, bruv. You having a
Harvey
laugh?
Barnes in. Yeah, Harvey
For
Barnes comes
55
in.
mil.
He comes in.
Imagine
straight
Harvey
away.
Barnes.
Most of our budget, bruv.
Oh my god.
It's like quarter of our
Barnes
budget.
Salah.
Are you not buzzing?
Oh,
You don't even make the
Harvey
first
Barnes in.
team. Nah, bro. Come on.
Harvey Barnes starts. He comes in.
Ahead of who?
He comes in. We make a way for Harvey Barnes.
No, we don't, bro. No, we don't, man.
You've got
All right,
Grealish
sorry.
for 75 million. I will say.
fuck.
Yeah, if you
Grealish
get him.
there as well.
Forget Grealish. Harvey Barnes is coming in, right?
No, you guys. No.
Nah, all right, can we? Oh, this is.
Nah.
I might clip that for social. By the way, that's
Is
brilliant.
that Neves 35 mil
Neves is 35 million. Yes, indeed.
and 50k wages?
So he would be. I mean, so
So him and Basuma are the same, 35 mil and 25 and 50. So I have them two.
But Basuma AFCON. We have to think of AFCON here. So AFCON.
So
Yeah.
Basuma would come in on 80k a week, and he would cost 35 million pounds.
Oh, that side, yeah. And
Ruben Neves would be 90k a week and would come in for the same amount.
35.
For 35, yeah.
I'm saying, Neves, you know. I'm saying
No,
Neves.
Glam, we're not doing this. Not Neves.
Not Neves. He
Ruben
can't run.
Neves. Oh
Bro,
my
can't
gosh.
run.
You don't need to run.
Ruben Neves. Ruben
Oh,
Neves.
whoa. There you go. Aurier. Is that right? 27?
Aurier.
Aurier.
Hour.
Sorry.
Awa. Yeah. I was going to be like,
No,
hang
not
on a minute.
Serge. No, I don't
Yeah,
want
Oh, he's
Serge.
in midfielder now, is he?
I don't want Serge. What's that? 20 hour? Is that 27?
27.5 million. Yeah.
And 100k?
He replaces Naby then.
We got to get that 100k and 27. Come on, guys.
Yeah. You got to replace Naby
Yeah.
with him.
You got to
Who's
bring him
in?
in. And his attacking style as well. Got to bring him in. Have
Who's
to.
Yeah.
comes in?
You're bringing
Huh?
in Awa, yeah?
Yeah, 100%. Mike?
Yeah, I'm bringing him in. He's a good player.
27 is a snip.
So back to Harvey Barnes then.
No, bro. Stop
Yo,
this,
let's make the case. Let's make the case.
What is the
Let's
case, guys? He's not making first team.
Bro,
He's young.
bro,
He's quick. He profiles exactly the same as like Jota. When we
55
signed
mil,
him.
yeah? All right, I'll find you something better than 55 mil. Let's have a look. Let me have a look and see.
I want to see this.
So you've got names such as Ryan Gravenberch, Newhouse, Camavinga, Barella.
Are we bringing in two
Rodrigo.
midfielders?
Yeah, they're two midfielders, though, innit? I'm all like wide.
If we're bringing two, I would make the case really strongly for Neyhouse because he covers two positions and he's cheap. So he can play 6 and an 8.
If you bring in RB Barnes, I'm bringing in Jonathan Icon, bruv.
You can't bring him in because we're bringing in Harvey Barnes.
No, bro, he's better than him.
Is
Yo,
he?
Icon, Frenchman, wide player.
He's
I
not
watched him
better.
play, bro.
I watched him
I-
play. He's not better
he's
than Harvey
decent.
Barnes.
He's decent.
He's not
Bro,
better than
you're
Harvey
saying
Barnes.
he's not better than Harvey Barnes. Apart from running, what else is gonna bring to our team, bro?
Bags goals. Harvey Barnes.
Goals.
No, he don't. But he won't be in a vast position to bag goals, but he'd be sub bench for one. Like we're spending 55
Lam,
million.
do you want to know how many goals Ikone scored last season?
Ikone?
He scored
He
4
scored
league
four-
goals last season.
He scored 4
Okay.
league goals and 3 goals in the Europa League. He also got 5
Okay.
assists in League and 2 goals in the Europa
So
League.
you base it on last season then? Is that what we're
No,
going
I'm
by?
just- well, we can. I mean, that's how both based on how both players
Like,
performed last
you're
season.
spending a lot of money on a player that's not first team.
He would get some games.
I know we get games, but he's not first team.
We'd make a way for Harvey Barnes, Clem. I can assure you of that.
I don't think we will. I don't think we will.
I'll have a word.
I don't
have a
think we
word
will,
with
bro.
Klopp personally to make sure that Harvey Barnes starts football matches for Liverpool Football Club.
Nah, and he won't see the ball a lot of time either, as much as he does at Leicester. They're not passing to him every time. See Harvey Barnes free on the bar line.
Oh,
I'll tell
they
you
would.
that.
Salah
You're looking
passes
for
to
Mo.
Harvey Barnes.
You're looking for Mo. Bro, no. He's not in the England team, bruv. He's not even going.
He's injured. He can't play with an injured ankle.
This is the exact content I wanted when I put this team together. I am like a pig in shit right now.
I think we need to make Harvey Barnes, one of our premier signings this summer.
Oh my god, that is embarrassing, bro. Fucking
Harvey
Premier
Barnes,
signing,
marquee
bro.
signing. Give him
Oh
the number
my
7
God.
shirt as well.
Oh my
Harvey-
god, you're on banter. You're on banter, bro. You're on banter.
Not gonna lie, I would give Harvey Barnes the number 7. Let Milner
Oh
have
fucking hell, bro.
the number 100%.
I'm not going to lie. Icon has got better
gosh.
underlying stats than Harvey Barnes, you know.
Bro, have you seen him? He's potentially better, man.
It's Mike. Yo,
I ain't
what's
seen him
the-
enough, obviously. When I've seen him, bro, I'm looking at Harvey Barnes, and I know Harvey Barnes is effective. He is effective.
That's what we
Don't get me
need.
wrong.
We need
No,
effective footballers, Glenn.
No, he's effective at what he does. How Liverpool play and how I want us to play and how I want us to move forward, I don't see him fit in that mold. He's a good option, but spending 55 mil, I'm sorry, I don't see the case to spend that much money. If it was like cheaper, maybe 30 or 29, I can sway. 55 mil, nah, I can't see a case for him. I really can't.
So we're gonna bring him in, right?
Yeah, all right. So we've got
If I'm outvoted, they got no choice. But when you
Okay,
blow
let's-
up, I'll tell you, I told you so, man.
Let's pause on Harvey Barnes then. Let's bring in. I think we need to bring in 2 midfielders, right? So I would be looking to bring in Nate.
Why do you think it's been another one? We've got great.
Is that enough? Because I think Genie's gone.
Great coup.
I think
we've got Genie. Sorry, we've got Jones, Thiago, Fabinho, Henderson, Oxlade, Chamberlain. So
Milner.
Milner, and we've got Ariel. So that's 7. We've got 7.
What I would say is with your midfielders, Henderson hasn't got the best track record of injuries. Obviously, Thiago was out for a large period of last season.
Yeah,
Oxlade, Chamberlain 2, Milner 2. So essentially, all the midfielders we have, apart from probably.
And I'll be honest, I explain anything. Our.
Yeah,
that's correct, sir.
Yeah, our. Yeah. Obviously, there's rumors about his medicals as well, but I think he'd be fine. But hey, we're not going to find a Genie anyway. It's about what they can bring to the team and what it does. That player is something that we haven't got in the midfield. So I think 7 is enough. Unless you can see someone on there that's going to bring something else.
I mean, the case of Florian Neyhouse, I think he's got all the attributes we want. He can play as a 6 and a number 8. He's technically top tier, like really good under pressure.
Who's that? Neyhouse.
He can progress the ball well, both with his feet and in terms of like driving with the ball, and it's passing and driving with the ball. So I can make a strong case for him.
He plays for Borussia Mönchengladbach.
Gladbach.
Oh,
do you want some of his comparable midfielders, by the way, in terms of stats?
I'm not gonna lie. We gotta apply Bundesliga tax on this bloke, man. I'm not falling for anyone German.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm with you, man.
Nah, just give me Basuma. Give me Basuma. I'm taking him.
So it's the AFCON thing for me.
So Newhouse's output was similar to Barella at Inter Milan, who is on the list. But he's £60 million. Yeah. It was similar to Yuri Tillemans in terms of kind of touches and progressive dribblings. Fabian Ruiz and Luka Modric is his most comparable player.
I mean, that tells you everything you need to know about him. He's just listen. I'm happy to take Basuma in, but we have to realize that AFCON, like we've replaced, one African midfielder for another, and that's because we have to think about AFCON. That might be a bit problematic.
That's fine, but I think
I'm happy with Basuma.
Got enough bodies. I think we've got enough bodies in midfield.
Same here.
Fine, let's go Basuma.
But yeah, what?
I would have taken Neyhouse, but let's go.
You buy another midfielder?
Yeah, just take Basuma.
Why don't you park the midfielder argument for now? Do you want to go back to the forward?
8.
No, but because they're injury prone, Glam. So Henderson's injury prone. Milner's
it's not that problem. You got fucking 8. Unless the lightning comes down and strikes every midfielder in the training.
It happened last season with centre backs.
No, that's centre backs issue, but midfielders.
It could literally happen next season. Like there's no.
All right, I ain't got a problem with Basuma coming back. I'm just going to think like the bodies. But yeah, let's move on then, and we'll see.
Are you guys keeping Karius, by the way?
No. Go back to goal.
How much is he?
Oh, he's going. By the way, Karius is going.
Like 1 mil.
2 million. He's £2 million.
Okay, so Karius, Adrian, get rid of them both.
Man, we need 3 keepers, bro.
Yeah, we'll get another one for free or something. We'll find someone.
Yeah, so get rid of those 2 and just bring Ben Foster in. Or
How
something.
much Adrian?
Are you keeping Grabara? He's £3 million.
Nah, sell him. Is that the guy with the afro?
Grabara, the Polish kid.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, sell him.
We'll bring in Alfonso Pasta as to replace free agent Sevilla.
The pastor's delivering the sermon. No one for that. Okay, cool.
Tough crowd today, Krish.
It's a tough room, man.
We're still thinking about Harvey Barnes. That's the problem.
If we got the Barnes, I'm thinking about the Dybala. I can't lie.
It's the wages, Glam. The wages.
Yeah, I know, but I think we'll find a way.
I would find a way for other players, not Dybala.
So, do you guys want to park this midfielder argument and then focus on the attackers for the moment?
Yeah. We don't need no defenders anymore. We could goalkeeper cover, but we can look at it later.
I'd sell Matip as well, by the way. But
how much is Matip?
15 million.
Yeah, I'm selling him. That's free money.
All right, that's fair.
We only get
Phillips.
40%.
Yeah, we've got
of that.
Phillips, Phillips, Konate, Gomez, Van Dijk, and keep those 4.
Vanderberg.
And Vanderbilt, yeah, I'm happy to sell Matip.
Yeah, get rid of him.
And his wages are what, 100k?
Yeah.
Do we bring someone in to replace him though?
We can look at that later.
So Joel Matip's leaving. You know, I can't believe it. £15 million.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's on 100. Let me double check how much he's on a week.
He should be 100 something.
I'm looking at the list, by the way, and if we want to bring in a replacement, we have to bring in Kaleta because he is. Or he's going to cost us 20. He's going to cost us 20 million, and his wages are really low.
But why do you need so many centre backs?
Right, exactly.
Because of the injury issues, we don't know how Van Dijk's going to come back.
If you bring in Kaleta, then you have to get rid of Nat Phillips.
I would be happy to get rid of Nat Phillips and Joel Matip to get him in.
But how much is what's this? Can I see the centre back list after then?
Yeah, Krish, we can't see the list. It's not moving. Oh, there we go. All right, cool. Yeah, if we go back to defence, there we are.
Kaleta Carr's the best value on that list by a million miles. Like £20 million for 24-year-old centre back who has a fairly high ceiling sounds like good business to me.
Yeah, what's his wages?
Well, no one wants to go back. Yeah.
How much you get back?
18 mil.
Sorry, Krish, but no, we don't want Kovac.
No, it's fair. I've moved on. It's fine.
You decided him so quickly. Like, yeah, I never liked him really.
I mean, it is what it is. It probably ended up at Leipzig, to be fair, in all honesty.
Good move for him. Really good move.
It'd be a really good move. Yeah.
So are we agreed on Kaleta Carr then? 24,
5, yeah?
Marseille, he ticks all the boxes. Low wages.
20 mil.
Yeah, 20 mil.
Yeah, that seems fair, you know. I can't argue with that one. One.
We'll bring him in. I mean, I feel like that's a really good option. So you have Van Dijk, Kaleta Carr, Gomez,
64.
Yeah, that's actually a really good option.
Yeah, that's actually a good. I've not seen him personally, but I heard about him.
They bringing in Kaleta Carr, yeah.
Yeah.
Fahi, you okay with that?
I'm happy with that.
Cool. So you've got the 88.5 million left to spend.
Krish, can you remind us who we brought in? So we brought in Kaleta Carr. Have we brought Basuma in, or is that still like undecided?
No, it's undecided.
That's undecided. So I'll give you an update of who you've sold. You've sold Shaq, you've sold Gruish, you've sold Wilson, and you've sold Origi. You've sold so Adrian, Larouci, and Wijnaldum have left on freeze. Keita's gone, Ben Davis is gone, Reece Williams is gone, Ojo is gone, Awoniyi is gone, Karius is gone, Grabara is gone, and Matip has gone.
What was Adrian's wages?
25k.
Why did we let him go?
Because he's shit.
Yeah, but we could have just left that there. Now we've got to look for a free keeper.
Well, you brought one in. So you brought in Hossam for 20. Yeah, so you brought Hossam for 27.5 million.
No, goalkeeper.
So he brought Alfonso Pasta as a goalkeeper on a free from Sevilla. And you brought in Duji Kaleta Carr for 20 million.
Oh, is it? Pasta? Okay, fair enough. I don't have a care who he is anyway. It's fair choice. No worries.
He's won the Europa League with Sevilla.
And he's 20. Did he play?
And he's 20.
Did he play?
I don't know. I only know that there's a picture of him holding the trophy. That's all I know.
So it could be like a Brewster.
How much is Kimmikas?
So
no, let's not get rid of Kimmich.
I was just asking how much he is. That's all.
So Shimakash will get £11 million for.
Okay, no, it's all right.
You basically get what you paid for him.
Yeah.
I'd keep him.
No, let's keep him. Just keep him. There's no point. We haven't even seen him play. We don't even know if he's good or bad. Like, we literally have no idea.
I would honestly, I would bring in either Bertrand or Van Aanholt as well.
No, we don't need them. Van Aanholt's 30.
Yeah, but I mean,
so
like,
Bertrand.
for
Bertrand's
one year cover contract.
But we don't need them. We've got Shimikas and Robertson.
We ain't got fucking Shimikas. He don't play.
Yeah, but he'll play next season.
Why? What was different with this season?
I mean, this season we couldn't bring him in because of the instability at centre back. So he was fit for large chunks of the season, but we couldn't bring him in because, like, you can't play Shimikas alongside Nat Phillips and Reece
well,
Williams.
if you did want to get rid of Shimikas, obviously you've got three free agent left back that you can bring in to replace him.
You know, I want to keep him, but I'm talking about the English quarter, like especially Ryan Bertrand. That's a nice, good signing, squad player.
Also,
what are you thinking, Fahi? I'm personally happy with Shimikas, but
I don't want to lose him. I don't want to lose him. But I'm thinking bring an extra body.
Also, I'm going to be. I've just seen your transfer budget. I'm going to be a good Samaritan. I'm going to give you 1.5 billion to make you 90 million pounds.
We've got 90 left, yeah.
Yeah, you've now got 90 million pound left.
This is why we pay you the big bucks, Krish. You know, you're a generous man.
I'm a good man, you know.
Guys,
people
we need a wide player. Go back to midfield.
I want Rafinha is the one I want in terms of
Jack Grealish.
Should we get Jack in?
Let's look at the midfielders.
So Grealish is 75 million pounds and 200 grand a week.
That's fine.
Whoa.
Yo, franchise player, man.
Marquee signing. Forget Harvey Barnes now. Let's get Jack Grealish in.
Here are your forward options again, by the way.
Grealish FC.
Jack Grealish, man.
Let's have
Do you know how happy... I swear to you, if Jack Grealish signed for Liverpool, the way I would cry tears of happiness for that guy, I'd be so happy.
It would legit mean so much.
Grealish is
in the midfielder section.
So
but how much would that upset things as a balance of our squad?
200k, bro. 75 mil.
Worth every penny.
I don't know.
Pay him more. 250.
Give him 450. Why not?
Oh, God.
I don't know, guys.
The guy plays with his socks down to his ankles and flicks balls over people's heads. Like that guy.
I'm going to go back to your forward options for a second. So, have you got an interest in Sancho at all, or no?
No, not for that fee.
Well, how much?
Well, actually, Sancho's on less wages than Grealish and only costs 5 million more.
I'd rather Sancho.
I might bring Jaden in. You know, I might have to.
Yeah, it's got to be
betray Grealish FC for one.
Younger as well, 21 years of age, fantastic.
So, you thinking about Sancho? Yeah, you seriously thinking about Sancho?
Sancho over Grealish. If we're getting Grealish, I'd rather Sancho.
We could just go back to Harvey Barnes as well.
I've got Michael Zorc on the phone. He's coming.
Okay.
He said, you know, obviously we're floating Jaden out on there in the market. We want to see what he's worth. We'd accept £65 million plus Naby Keita.
Well, no. How does that make sense? Right now,
you know, that makes sense.
How?
Because how much Keita's? How much? 30. We're not. How much you getting for Keita? We're not getting that much for Keita. Are we getting 15 mil back? It's not half, is it? Actually, no, we're getting more. No, you're right. It's not pence. We're getting about what? It's 40% it, so we're getting probably just over 18, 20 for Keita, right? Is that correct?
Krish, how much are you getting for Keita?
You get in 12 mil.
Oh, mate, no, we might as well do that then.
Oh, yeah, well then, yeah,
He's taking off 15. He's taking off 15 for Sancho. Yeah, we'll do that.
So you're going to bring in Jadon Sancho for 65 million plus Naby Keita. Remember, you don't get the net. So you have to take the Naby Keita money out of the budget.
Yeah,
what you sold him for.
Fine.
Yeah, fine. That's fine. 12 mil, yeah, fine.
Okay.
How much have we got left, Krish?
Young Jaden is in.
Jaden!
How much is his salary again? 150?
Yeah.
I beg we just sell Firmino and sign Grealish or something.
No, no. We're a striker now. We can't sell Bobby and have a striker.
I would personally, again, I would make the case.
Can't Sancho and Grealish.
Can you imagine the vibes?
So you've now only got 30 million to play with.
1-3.
Yeah.
Okay, so go back to our squad. We have to sell. We're selling Bobby.
Do we bring Memphis Depay in the end? Because I'd happily bring him in if we're bringing another forward in, and just take the knock-on effect.
Yeah, we might have to, but let's just see what we can sell first. If we get rid of Bobby and we get,
so if you get rid of Firmino, I'll do the math for you. How much you'll get? Calculator. You get £22 million.
And then we can bring in Vlahovic. Can we not?
How much is he?
Vlahovic is 38 million, so you'd still be £3 million short.
So we can sell one of the defenders.
Who else we got in there on our squad? Who we got left that we ain't
What
sold?
about Ben Woodburn? Have we sold him?
No.
No,
Sell
you
him.
kept him.
Sell
So,
him.
yeah, we need
So
to
get
get.
Yeah, but we don't get
get
much
rid
for him. It's 2 mil. We don't get much for him.
Get rid of Woodburn for 2 million. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Still
We're
got
also
Minamino.
gonna-
But we don't get the 100% of that, do we?
Nope.
That's what I mean. So what's the point? How much we get for Bedford? But his wages are low, bruv. Like, and the English quarter, bruv. Like, I don't know about that one.
But we're bringing in Jaden, so it covers the English quota.
This is tricky.
How much more do we need?
For Vlahovic, you need another 25 mil.
How much is he? 38. Let me see that striker
38.
list again.
25 mil, and Bobby, we get 22 mil, I think you said.
Bruv, you must get Dakar. Guys, Dakar 27.
Nah, come on.
I'm not having Daka. I'm sorry.
What? Are you,
So,
I mean, rather the Vlahovic guy.
You could
Yeah,
undo, so if you needed to, you could undo the Sancho transfer and abandon it.
Nah.
So right now we have Sancho, Uwa, Kaletakar, the goalkeeper. And
That's
if,
what you got,
if we can find ways to get Vlahovic over the line, I think that's an unbelievable bit of business from the boys.
I'm not gonna lie. If we're gonna replace Bobby, which is one of the main chinks in our armor, I'll be honest with you, we need to be sure. I don't think bringing in that guy is gonna be the best thing to do because we've got Sancho.
I'm certain Bobby needs to go, man.
We got Sancho, we got Mane, we got Bobby, and we got Salah. Yeah,
And Jota.
And Jota.
Take out Bobby for this Vlahovic guy, centre forward. I don't know, man.
Okay, so I'm happy to bring in Memphis Depay for free. Like, I think you take knock-on effects and bring him in.
Yes, I'll feel much comfortable doing that one.
Established forward, 27 years of age. He's not too old.
But bear in mind, if you put in Depay, then you need to give wage increases to Salah and I think someone else.
And
Well, you bring anyone else in? So I think Depay's the end of our business, no?
So you bring in Memphis. You bring in Memphis Depay, yeah, on a free.
Wait, no, let's Fahi. Like, were you thinking of bringing anyone else in apart from Memphis? Like after that,
Jack Grealish.
So I mean,
you'd sell the whole club for Jack Grealish, wouldn't you?
I would sign him, man. That's a successful window. You bring in Grealish by himself, you're actually a happy.
Gosh, you guys
Do you know what, then,
Grealish.
Fahi? If we can, should we cancel the Sancho deal and bring Grealish in instead?
You're mad. You're crazy. Are you mad, bro?
You get the Kaita money back then as well.
You're mad. You got Jadon Sancho, 21 years of age, and you want to trade him for Grealish with the same calf injuries as Shaq. Are you having a laugh?
Have you seen the amount of free kicks Grealish wins? Can you imagine,
bro,
ripping in every free kick across the pitch?
By the way, guys, I low-key messed up with Sancho deal, you know, because it takes £60 million plus to cater a lot of money from the budget.
Remember, you also brought in a centre back for £20 million as well.
Right. Look at the balance of our team. Sancho can do both.
You've kept Nat Phillips. You've not sold him.
Why have we kept Nat Phillips? He needs to go.
I told you guys to sell him, but you didn't want to sell him.
No, I want to sell him.
No, we don't need five. We don't need 5 centre backs.
Yeah, so we need to get rid of Phillips.
Yeah.
So you're selling Phillips then, yeah?
Yeah, and then we can bring in Vlahovic. That's it.
Lovely.
Done.
There we go. Done.
So Vlahovic come in with Bobby gone.
Bobby's
gone.
stays.
Oh, Bobby stays, does he?
Does Bobby? Yeah,
Bobby
Bobby needs to go as well. Bobby needs to go as well. Sorry.
If Bobby stays, Vlahovic comes.
Hang on a minute. Are you doing the Sancho deal? Or are you getting Grealish in instead?
No.
Do you want to see what it'll look like if you brought in Sancho from a money point? If you brought in Grealish from a money point of view, yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's do a comparison.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. This is good drama. This, by the way.
Glam's fuming. Glam's fuming.
200 grand a week, Grealish. 75 million, and you get the Kaito money back. You get 30 million.
200 grand, but then we have to bring with the high cut Van Dijk's wages and Salah's wages.
So you've got 20 million if you do that, as opposed to the 13 that you would.
Yeah, I think Jack makes more sense. We have more money.
Yeah, more money for what though? We don't need to buy anyone.
We do. We'll sign Vlahovic, just the forward.
Because also what you could do is you could keep Matip and not bring in Kaletakar. Because that gives you 20 million back.
Oh, Matip, bro.
I don't care about Matip. I don't care about none of that.
Nah, Matip
I'm not. Yeah,
Matip
I'm not.
Can go. Matip can go. I'm not bothered.
Sancho for Grealish is balmy to me.
Okay, let's keep Sancho then, because Glam's gonna.
No, but he's 21, guys. 21 English. Like Jesus Christ.
Let's put it to a vote. Okay?
His market value in years to come. We can double our money if we want to. We can't double our money on Grealish.
Let's put it to a vote. Okay, let's put it to a vote. Mike, are you in favour of bringing in £75 million Jack Grealish, or doing the
don't go to me first?
Part exchange for Jadon?
No, really, Krish. If you want to do it, you go to me first, then Glam second, then Mike third.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, Fahi?
I'll be the deciding vote here.
Okay, Fahi?
Grealish every single day. Are you mad?
That's one for Jack Grealish. Glam?
Sancho all day, man. It makes more sense.
That's one for Sancho. Montclair Mike. Money Mike. The Prime Minister. You need to make your executive decision, sir. Are you bringing in Jack Grealish for £75 million, or are you doing the part exchange?
As the Prime Minister of vibes, I want to bring in Jack Grealish.
Hey!
Oh my God.
Grealish in that white away kit. Oh, with the shin pads down. Oh, the socks rolling. Oh, my word.
Yo.
Oh, my word.
Yo, when Grealish goes past one person, then comes back and goes past him again. I need that.
You guys are paying 200k for Jack Grealish, bruv. Oh, my God.
Top footballer. Bring him in.
Oh, man.
Super Jack.
Super Jack, man. What a guy.
He hasn't even played Champions League fucking football before, bro. Like,
Now he will.
He's starting now, that's for sure.
Oh, mate.
So you've still got a Minamino if you do want to sell him, by the way.
Nah, keep him, man. He's right. He runs around, doesn't it? Like, he does.
He runs around and presses well. Keep him.
So do you want money for you need? So you've got 20.6 million pounds, and you are targeting Dusan Vlahovic, who is 38 million pounds.
You can't afford him unless we sold Bobby.
You've not sold Bobby yet.
Oh, you sell Bobby then, please.
So if we sell Bobby and bring him in, we'd have enough.
Yeah,
do it then. That's fine. Let's do that.
I'll do the math. Give me 1 second. Firmino.
Glam is seething. He's thinking, what have I done here?
Bruv, this is not a fucking Premier League winning team, bruv.
Are you mad?
We're not a Premier League team, bruv.
Your budget is now 42.6 million.
Yep, sign Vlahovic.
Wait, but look at the other options first. What are the other options? £40 million.
When we see this team on paper, we probably got the deadest team out of everyone.
Nah, Jack Grealish. Anyone that brings in Jack Grealish automatically has the best team.
No, but Vlahovic is the best option there in terms of the money. We bring him in. It's done.
Now, who's this guy Vlahovic, bruv? Does he even outscore Immobile? Does he even outscore Immobile?
Yeah?
Yeah, he did. He bagged goals in Serie A, to be fair. Too.
Like for one of like this 21 goals, I think it was, and he's 20.
Yeah, how many seasons? What was his season before or last?
This was his first proper season.
So where's he from?
He's Serbian.
Oh, fucking hell, another Mitrovic, brothers. Fuck's sake, guys, man. These guys don't cut it, man.
He's a lot like Alexander Isaac, Glam.
Yeah, but these Serbians don't cut it over here. Oh, fuck my life, bruv. Mitrovic can't be getting the fucking Fulham team.
It's got nothing to do.
Oh my gosh. Kemsman came over and flopped as well. He was in Dutch league, then he came with Chelsea and flopped. Jesus Christ.
I think that has more to do with just injuries and
Oh,
other things.
mate, bro. I'm getting rid of Bobby. I'm fucking done, bruv. Wrap this shit up, bruv. I'm done, bruv.
But get Bobby
God,
out. Put Vlahovic in. New era.
So you're not interested? You're not interested in Jonathan David, yeah?
Nah, I don't know who he is.
No.
You're not interested in Weghorst? No.
No.
Hell no. Bundesliga type.
I can't pronounce his name. Guiori from Nice.
No, I've never seen him play.
I've never seen Glam look so unhappy.
I know Glam's a fan. Glam, do you want to put a case forward for him?
Nah, he's good, but nah, bruv. Our team's all oh mate, I can't put nothing. I can't say nothing, bruv. Oh my god, bruv.
We have Jack Grealish. That's all that matters to me.
So you're definitely bringing in Vlahovic, yeah?
Yeah, fuck it.
That is the most vibes window ever. We brought in Kaleta Carr, Vlahovic, our Grealish.
I was the best business on there.
Nah, you're nuts, man.
Glam is fucking livid.
He's the best to on there, bro. We're paying 200. So now wages got to go up because we're paying Jack 200k.
No, it's fine. They know that Jack's got vibes. They don't care.
You've already increased Salah to 300 grand a week.
So it's already done.
It's done. Yep, there we go. Done. Business is done. Great window, Fahi. What do you think?
I'm not gonna lie, Glam. You see that as a window this summer? You're fucking so happy with it.
Nah, bro. We chopped Sancho for Grealish. Yeah. His fitness is still questionable. Yes, top player and vibes, but bro, we've got enough of our injuries as it is.
But to be fair, Glam,
Jack Grealish is at the top of his game. Let's be honest. He's at the top.
Glam, hear this though. If we did a Sancho deal, we wouldn't have had enough money to bring in a striker at all.
We got Bobby though. You understand?
Yeah, but Bobby needs to go.
What?
Bobby needs to go.
Not to the state where we're bringing in some unproven fucking Serbian guy that
there's nothing wrong with Serbians, bro.
Fuck knows what he can do. Who knows what the guy can do, bruv? We're just bringing an because he's got vibes, bruv. Come on.
No, he's
Bobby's a seasoned Brazil international, seasoned vet, Champions League winner, Premier League winner, knows what he's doing. You're bringing this guy in, what flipping take him on a tutorial for 8 months before he even settles. Bruv.
You've got
time to go.
Glam, do you want me to give you a bit of a peace offering for all the trauma you've been through? Would you like Memphis Depay on a free?
Bruv, see, I don't give a shit. I don't care. I don't even give a shit. I don't care who comes in, bruv. I'm not happy with my team.
This
team. Should we bring Memphis in as well? Memphis can come in.
I'm willing to give. I'm willing, obviously, because I know Glam is a little bit livid. I'm willing to give him Memphis Depay on a free.
Bro, I don't want Depay. These lot can have him.
Grealish is starting every game. So where's Depay playing?
Depay's just there to keep Van Dijk company, basically. We just bring him in to be Virgil's mate.
What is on 200k, isn't he?
This is a brilliant window. Honestly, we could have done a better.
We're gonna be the Spice Boys again, bro. Fucking Depay.
Chris, we'll have Depay. We'll have Depay.
And everyone else just dancing around making videos.
You've got dancing around making videos. You've got enough money to bring in. You've got enough wage budget to bring in Depay if you did want to.
Oh yeah, give us Depay as well, just to add another name to the list. But reality, we know he's not going to be playing ahead of Grealish or anything like that.
What a window we have had!
That is an immense window.
I think that's an immense window. I genuinely couldn't have dreamt it better. I could not have dreamt it better.
Your dreams must be shit because I don't know what dream that is, mate.
There's nothing wrong with a young, fit Serbian forward. Got all the attributes. He's quick. He's strong. Technically gifted. Glam.
And the great thing with
board. And
great thing with he can play centre mid.
Okay.
And he can play centre mid.
Yeah.
Oh fucking hell! You're a striker, then is he? Jesus Christ!
Let's go through. Let's go through your window. So the team of Fahi, Mike, and Glam. They sold George Kieran for £9 million. They sold Marco Grujic for £10 million. They sold Harry Wilson for £10.5 million and Divock Origi for £14 million. Of course, Jorginho Wijnaldum was left on a free transfer. Yasser Larouci is also left on a free transfer. Adrian slipped on his way out, ended up a mistake, exiting the AXA training facility. Naby Keita was sold for £30 million. Ben Davis, thanks for the memories in all those inside training videos. He was sent away for £3.2 million. Reece Williams gone for £7 million. Jay Odro gone, betrayed by his own countryman Mike, gone for £4 million. Same with Awonyi, gone for £9 million. Karius gone for £2 million. Grabara for £3 million. Joel Matip has gone for £15 million. Ben Woodburn gone for £2 million. Nat Phillips sold for £12 million. And Roberto Firmino has gone for £55 million. So in terms of incomings, the guys brought in Hassan Mawar for £27.5 million. Alfonso Pasta for a free transfer to be a backup goalkeeper. Duji Kaleta-Kar came in for £20 million from Marseille. Dusan Vlahovic came in for £38 million from Fiorentina. Jack Grealish is the marquee signing up the window for 75 million Great British pounds. And Memphis Depay was also swayed to come to Liverpool as he had a heart-to-heart with Virgil, and Wijnaldum said, I need someone to restore the vibes in the Liverpool dressing room. How do you think you did?
Amazing.
Fantastic. Dream win.
That's the best team of the bunch for sure.
Standard.
You think you've kept Liverpool Twitter happy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, are you mad? Aouar and Grealish and Vlahovic, they're more than happy.
If I look on a player's soul and I look on that side coming in, I don't think we strengthened. We haven't strengthened. I'm sorry. We haven't. We haven't strengthened.
Let's go through you. Let's break down your income. And so you brought in Hassan Mawar for 27.5 million, 21-year-old. I think that's a really good deal. I mean, I think the guy was in the transfer game last year for around about £40 million. So you've done well to bring him in. A very talented young man, essentially replaces like for Naby, and is got more proven return in the past 2 years. Alfonso Pasta, we'll all be quite honest, we don't know what he is, but he's a goalkeeper. So
that's what I mean. We sold two calamities. God knows who this guy is.
He's supposed to be all right, apparently, from what I've read.
I mean, you can't get any worse than Adrian.
I thought, what's not broken, don't fix it, lads. But hey,
Adrian is broken, brother. Adrian is broken.
Can we just say, Adrian has saved us a lot of the times. Yeah.
He also broke us in that 7-1.
He did. He broke us the thing. But Adrian, but he was fantastic when Alisson was out. I gotta say.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, and respect to him. But it's time to go. Get him out.
You brought in Duji Kaleta-Kar, who was left crying after a failed Liverpool move in the January transfer window, only to have his dreams reunited. We can only assume he had a very strong World Cup with Croatia, and convinced Liverpool brass to go back in for him for £20 million in the summer. It comes in as a direct replacement for Joel Matip, and will be the fourth choice centre back. Dusan Vlahovic comes in for £38 million. Dusan Vlahovic comes in for £38 million. So, in my opinion, I've watched a fair bit of him. I've done a bit of analysis. His heat map is incredibly good. He pulls up in pretty much every area in the pitch that you want, but he's also lethal within the 12-yard box, and will convert a lot of the opportunities that we've had in that area that we've been pining out for from a number 9. And I also think he's got a lot of the attributes that Jurgen Klopp sees in a traditional number 9 to convert him into the player he wants to be within his system and have a consistently good goal return. I think for 38 million, that could become a very, very, very good investment in the years to come. But it also, with every transfer, there is risk, and it could crash and burn. Jack Grealish, the marquee man, Solihull's finest, is coming to Merseyside. James Milner has gone, you know what, lad, I believe in you. I know what you can do. I've seen you play. I remember when you were a young kid, when I was playing at Aston Villa, a 7-year-old, and I want to give you the number 7. He's going to be given the number 7. He's going to be gracing Liverpool. He's going to be gracing Anfield with the number 7. I think that's a fantastic signing. I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see him prance around like an elegant gazelle at Anfield and banging in chances after chances, winning free kick after free kick, and just being an absolute lad in the Liverpool dressing room. And you also brought in Memphis Depay on a free transfer to cover all 3 positions up front and give you a lot of good depth going in. Obviously, I think what you've done there, this is probably the best or the second best window that I've seen in terms of quality. So this is going to be the second podcast that's going out, but it's the last podcast that we've recorded in terms of transfer games. Yeah, in terms of quality that you brought in, it's fantastic. You've covered everything in terms of that we need for the AFCON leave and obviously the World Cup as well. And I think this is the window that can have Liverpool challenging at the summit and possibly going into the latter stage of the Champions League once again.
See, tell Glam that. Glam, this man, Krish, has seen every window. He's seen every game. And he's saying we are one of the best, if not the best.
Disagree.
You've not seen the other team.
Bro,
Jack Grealish, that's all
I'll be honest with you. Our and Katikos, they're good deals. And I think that Volovic deal, looking at it, yeah, it could be good. But fuck my life, bro. 200k, 75 mil Jack Grealish, bruv. Nah, bruv. You lot smoking. Absolute smoking.
What a guy.
That means we still got Naby, right?
No, you got rid of him. He's gone. Packed up his bags.
So what's our team? What is our team? Can I just see our team? What the team is? Now that everyone's gone or not? Is there a map up?
No, it doesn't come.
Okay, so we've got 3 goalkeepers. We've got 4 centre backs.
Yeah.
Right back. Who's our midfield? Oh yeah.
Our and Grealish.
Irish and Grealish added.
So you've got our Grealish, Henderson,
Thiago,
Fabinho, and Thiago, and Curtis Jones,
and Milner, and Ox.
Got good depth. They've got good depth in terms of repair. I just think.
And then your attacking options are Salah, Mane, Jota. You can put Grealish in the front three as well if you wanted to. You've got Vlahovic as a number 9 there as well off the bench, and you've got Depay off the bench as well. Think about some of the benches we've had this season in terms of squad depth. What you've essentially done is you've replaced. You've also got Minamino as well. So you've replaced Origi for Vlahovic essentially. Actually, no, you haven't. You've replaced Bobby. You've replaced Vlahovic for Bobby, and Origi has been replaced for Depay.
I don't know. I just don't know where Grealish plays.
Everywhere.
Yeah, see, we don't play like that. We're not Villa, man. We're not West Ham. I don't know that everywhere. Where do you play him? Where's he starting, guys?
Where he wants to start.
No, see, bullshit, man. What are you talking about with Liverpool, bro? Jack. We're talking about wherever he wants to play. This ain't FIFA. What are you talking about, bro? Wherever he wants to play.
Yeah, we build a team around Jack Grealish.
Bro.
Marquee signing, £75 million.
It's not a marquee signing, bro. It's not a marquee signing.
£75 million would suggest he is a marquee signing.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad this ain't real anyway.
I wish it was, Graham. I honestly wish
I'm glad it ain't. I'll tell you that.
And on that note, let's wrap up. I have been your host, Krish. This has been the second episode of the Transfer Game. I've been joined by Mr. Mike, Mr. Glam, and Mr. Fahi. Gents, did you have a good time?
Yeah, man, it's good, man. It's fun. It's jokes.
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
This is what we like to hear. Of course, do tell your friends about the Kop End Fracas Patreon page. It's a fantastic way to consume a lot more content from us. You can really see our personalities on these pieces. And yeah, from just £3 a month, this is what you get, baby. But yeah, thank you very much for everyone for subscribing and listening. And we'll be back with Team 3 of the Transfer Game very soon. See you soon, guys.